do it. Was plastic surgery, right? Like plastic surgery now is like such a huge thing. I remember. Yeah, I remember before it was something like, like older women kind of did. It wasn't like such a younger thing, right? Like now, like girls that are 20 years old, they're trying to like look like a certain aesthetic type, so they're getting lip fillers and they're doing the whole thing. So I wanted to know what your current take on plastic surgery is nowadays, and if you currently have any, or if you're planning on getting some. Let's start with Ray. Let's start with you.
I don't have any.
Okay.
I'm definitely planning on it.
Okay.
I love that.
Am I wrong? Like,
okay, you want to share what you're planning on getting, what you wanted me to do?
So I'm eventually gonna get Botox.
Okay.
I feel like everyone would agree with me. I just think it's like accessible and it's easy, and like that's probably the reason so many people are doing it. It's interesting to me that like you felt like people didn't do it, because when I moved to Orange County, I was like, oh, it's normal here. I'm from a small town. When I lived there, I was like, I would never do that. I moved here and I was like, oh, it's everywhere. Like I work under Dr. Dubrow. He's above me. He films his show. It's like very normalized. So for me, I felt like my like adventure in Orange County, if you will, is what made me feel like, oh, like this is such a normal thing. But yeah, I'm sure that as I get older and start to wrinkle, I'll just take care of it, right? Like it's so easy.
I would say it wasn't like when I was in my younger 20s, like it wasn't as predominant as it is now, right? Like, like
were you living in LA?
Yes, but like even still, like you went out to like Hot Topic and you bought clothes and you just went out to concerts and no one really gave a shit, right? You're just kind of like doing your thing. And this was before Instagram was really big.
Yeah.
This is before the whole Instagram thing.
Or you could see what everyone else looked like.
Exactly.
And what you don't look like. And what you should look like.
Right. And now there's this like ideal of an aesthetic.
Yeah.
Right, which is like, I don't know, like this really chiseled face, and like a certain size lips,
it's pretty.
Whatever. It's pretty. But like that wasn't like I grew up. I remember like Britney Spears was the model of like aesthetic, right? And she didn't have really. It wasn't like big lips. It's like. So Kylie Jenner kind of came in, I think, and like changed the whole, perspective at a younger age, and then got all this surgery, and now younger girls are, and I honestly have mixed feelings about it. Like I don't know. Sometimes I think it looks good, and sometimes I'm thinking it's too much. Like I really like really natural looking. Like if you have a naturally beautiful face, which a lot of you guys do. I really like that. Like, there's something appreciative about that, right? Like, I don't want every girl to look the same.
I need to comment.
Yes, please do.
So, Botox is actually good for you.
Sure.
Even if you're younger.
But is Botox the same as plastic surgery?
Yes.
Not really.
Is it the
No,
same?
it's injectable.
Botox is, and fillers are kind of different, but Botox, to say, like, I get Botox, I need it right now. You don't need it, baby.
Yeah.
I
said eventually.
Yeah, maybe
I will.
eventually, but it's in your genes. Botox is something that's in your genes. So if you're, like my mom has wrinkles, so it's kind of like that type of thing.
Sure.
But the quicker you get it, the more possibility of you not getting wrinkles.
I see.
When you get older and older. So Botox is actually a good thing to do. Well, fillers comes to whether you want to do it or not. And that's where I think maybe you're going, and more like plastic surgeries, as in like boob job and like all of that, right?
I mean, the whole thing of like reconstructing your face almost, right? Like.
Yeah, where are we drawing the line for what is plastic surgery and what is like cosmetic?
For me, I think plastic surgery is when you basically actually get surgical procedures. Like you're enhancing your nose.
But that's the thing is you can do all of those enhancements now with fillers. That's why the line is so blurred. That's why plastic surgery is so popular now.
Got it.
Is you can do a non-surgical nose job. You get filler here and here. You can do a non-surgical like jaw. Like that's the thing.
Why
it's like it's also.
Why are you laughing?
Like I got a nose job at 19.
No way! Wow.
Yeah. I got my gastric bypass at 16.
Yeah.
I'm getting a nose job next week.
I am very full.
Next week.
Oh, okay. I'm left out of the club. I should have got a nose job years ago.
What's also cool about nose jobs is that some people actually do it to breathe better, like deviate septums and stuff. Like I've thought about getting a nose job because I just wanted to breathe, and it's like obviously the aesthetics of it is a plus, so it's like you get a win-win situation.
Sure.
So I think it determines on exactly what you're doing it for.
Right.
So, yeah.
No, I've honestly I've thought about it. Like I was born with my dad's nose.
Yeah.
The fucking thing just sticks out. Like you know what I mean? Like I'm like watching the show of myself, and it's like fucking just in the air. And I always make this joke. It's like it's good enough for two faces because it's like something. But I mean, I never really realized, and it's actually kind of shocking. Like you never really realize like the shape of a nose really can change the difference in somebody's face.
Yeah.
Like drastically. Somebody can go from like looking like average to looking like a supermodel just by fucking shaving that shit or whatever.
Wait,
like,
so that comment right there is when you're saying like you don't ever look the same. It's like that's the whole point. Is you can
Sure.
go from average
You
to
can literally make
supermodel
yourself a
like
supermodel.
that.
Yeah,
That's the
You
whole
just need
point.
right.
Yeah.
I'm
Like
I'm
you
trying
didn't
If
just
I
say
have
it, but
it,
you
I'll
said
be
it.
on.
No,
Like, that's the
because you know what?
culture.
Because like I'm just being honest. It's true.
We all know it.
Like
That's what
it's
we're
true.
saying.
But there is a certain how do you say like a certain like there could be certain situations where people are where they're naturally beautiful, right? They really are. Like now I'll take Elizabeth for example. Like I went up and I talked to Elizabeth. I didn't know her, but her face was very striking to me, and she had a very like just interesting look. There's a lot of character to her face. And like to me, I wouldn't change it. Does that
What
make
if
sense?
this whole face was fake though? Would you feel cheated?
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, but that's just me.
You're
right?
coming in as an observer, though. Like, the
Yeah.
whole thing about plastic surgery is, like, if you have an insecurity about something
Sure.
that you want to change,
Yes.
100%.
Go
If
ahead.
it's bothering you, if it's going to increase your self-confidence,
Sure.
it's not for the person looking at you. It's for your own self-confidence. And I think that's
Sure.
Yeah.
why
You're
you
the
should...
most person who looks in yourself in the mirror.
Yeah.
Oh no, I totally get that. Like I always and we're always are.
Like I don't think your nose is in your face. Like
I think
your
it's
nose is normal.
big.
I think it's on your face,
I
but
think
not
it's-
really.
I think it's
Yeah.
pretty big. Yeah.
I've seen like noses with like bumps, and that's why my best friend, going back to what you were saying, she got it because she couldn't breathe. Like she
Got
had
it.
a bump, you know. And then like I have a scar because I got into an accident, so
Okay.
I'm eventually going to get a nose
Right.
job. But then I also want to get a boob job,
Sure.
and that's normalized nowadays.
Sure.
You know, like I'm doing that, and I talk to a lot of girls.
Sure.
And I always ask them, the first question is, and we're always like, is this real? Like, is it real? Like, it's
they're
becoming
so-
a normal
they're so good,
question.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Like,
And
is it real?
I